The movie begins with a young guy named Justin, a typical high school student who wakes up one morning feeling different. What we don't know yet is that Justin isn't himself today. He's being inhabited by someone else. That someone is a being called A mysterious soul who wakes up every day in a new body. A doesn't have a name, a face, or a permanent identity. Each morning, A wakes up as a different person, lives as them for 24 hours, and then moves on. For today, A is Justin, and Justin happens to have a girlfriend named Rhiannon. Normally, Justin takes her for granted. He doesn't listen much, rarely shows affection, and often acts selfish. But this day is different. Rhiannon instantly notices something unusual about him. Instead of ignoring her, he smiles, listens, and seems genuinely kind. When she's stressed about school and her family, he tells her, "Let's get out of here." They skip class, jump into Justin's car, and drive out of town. The two spend the entire day together, walking along the beach, laughing, and talking deeply. Rhiannon feels seen and understood in a way she never has before. As the sun sets, they lie in the sand and watch the waves. She looks at Justin and thinks, "This is the boy I fell in love with." But what she doesn't know is that this isn't Justin at all. It's A, borrowing his body for one day. The next morning, A wakes up in a different body, this time as a girl named Amy. As Amy gets ready for school, A can't stop thinking about Rhiannon. For the first time in a long time, A feels a real emotional connection with someone. So even though A usually tries to avoid interfering in people's lives, today is different. A, now in Amy's body, goes to Rhiannon's school, finds her, and strikes up a conversation. Rhiannon doesn't recognize Amy, of course, but A uses the opportunity to get close, asking about her day with Justin. They talk, and Rhiannon smiles, remembering it, saying how amazing Justin was that day, how it felt like he was a completely different person. Hearing that, A feels both happy and sad, knowing that Justin will never remember that day the same way. The next day, A wakes up again, this time as a guy named Nathan. Rhiannon and her friends are going to a party that night, so A, as Nathan, decides to go too. At the party, A spots Rhiannon. They dance, talk, and have fun. She notices something familiar in Nathan's eyes, a warmth she can't explain. But when she asks who he is, AI panics and lies, saying he's Steven's cousin. As they dance, Rhiannon starts to feel that same deep connection she felt on the beach with Justin. She doesn't understand why, but something about him feels right. But A knows the time is running out. Every night at 11:59 p.m., no matter where they are or what they're doing, A passes out, and the next morning wakes up in another person's body. So before midnight hits, A quickly says goodbye and leaves. The following morning, Nathan wakes up confused. He remembers going to the party, but nothing after that. It's as if he blacked out for hours. When he tells people what happened, they think he's drunk or making things up. Meanwhile, A wakes up somewhere else, in another body, another life. But he can't get Rhiannon out of his mind. He starts to think that maybe for once, he should break his own rule, to not get attached. Over the next few days, A finds different ways to see Rhiannon again. Sometimes he wakes up as a boy, sometimes as a girl, sometimes as someone shy or confident, tall or short, rich or poor. But each time, he tries to reach her. When A finally gets a chance to explain what's happening, Rhiannon is confused and doesn't believe him at first. It sounds insane, a person waking up in a different body every day. But then A starts telling her things only Justin would know. Private conversations, details from that day at the beach. Slowly, Rhiannon begins to believe him. And even more strangely, she starts to feel it. The same personality behind different faces. The same soul looking at her, even through different eyes. Rhiannon and A begin to spend more time together. Every day, A finds her, no matter whose body they wake up in. They meet secretly, text each other, and go on small adventures. Sometimes A is a boy, sometimes a girl, sometimes someone Rhiannon's age, sometimes slightly older. But each day she recognizes A by how they speak, how they look at her, and how they make her feel. Rhiannon realizes that she's falling in love with A, not the body but the person inside. It doesn't matter who A looks like. She loves the way A makes her feel seen, understood, and loved. Still, things aren't easy. Rhiannon has to deal with the confusion of explaining this to herself, let alone others. Her friends think she's acting strange. Her boyfriend Justin doesn't understand why she's distant. One day, A wakes up as a girl named Kelsey, who's struggling with depression and planning to end her life. A immediately realizes what's happening and decides to do something. Instead of following their usual rule of not interfering, Aya saves Kelsey's life by reaching out to her father and warning him. It's a turning point. Aya understands how powerful these borrowed days can be, how they can change lives, but not everyone is okay with what's happening. After the party, Nathan starts researching what happened to him. He becomes convinced that he was possessed by some kind of spirit. He even goes online and posts about it, saying someone took over his body. This makes A nervous. If too many people start noticing, it could cause problems. But despite the risk, A keeps seeing Rhiannon. Plans a weekend getaway with Rhiannon, and they spend the day far from home, hiking, picnicking, and enjoying each other's company. He promises to return the next day, but Rhiannon wakes up alone and is picked up by her mom, feeling worried and disappointed. When A comes back the following day, he explains he couldn't return because he was in surgery in the body he inhabited, and she finally understands that sometimes circumstances are beyond his control. Later, A wakes up as a girl named Megan, then as a tall guy named George, then as a quiet kid named Alexander. No matter the body, Rhiannon sees the same soul inside. However, the reality of their situation starts to hit her. Every time she wakes up, A is someone new. There's no consistency, no future, no way to build a life together. Meanwhile, A starts to feel guilty. To see Rhiannon every day, A has to take time away from the people whose bodies they inhabit, skipping school, changing plans. A is interfering more than ever. They both realize this can't go on forever, but neither can let go. Then comes one special morning. A wakes up as a boy named Alexander, kind, gentle, thoughtful, and stable. He lives a good life and treats people with respect. As soon as A meets Rhiannon in Alexander's body, something clicks. Rhiannon says, "You feel like you." For the first time, she feels like she could have a real future with the person in front of her. They spend the entire day together, cooking breakfast, exploring the city, talking about everything they've been through. A tells her that Alexander seems like a good person and that Rhiannon deserves someone like him. A stays inside Alexander for many days. One night, as they sit under the stars, A tells Rhiannon the truth, that this might be their last day together. Rhiannon doesn't want to hear it. She begs A to stay, to find a way, but A shakes their head. They explain that if they keep holding on, they'll both get hurt. AI has spent their whole life moving from person to person, but for the first time, they realize they're not meant to stay. They're meant to let others live their lives fully. Before midnight, they share one last kiss, the kind that feels like both an ending and a beginning. When Rhiannon wakes up the next morning, A is gone. Alexander is just himself now, unaware of what happened. But A leaves behind a letter, thanking Rhiannon for showing them what it truly means to love. Sometime later, Rhiannon goes about her normal life, trying to move forward. She meets Alexander again, the real one. They talk, and she feels something familiar in his eyes. He doesn't know her, but the warmth is there. the same kindness A saw in him. They smile at each other, and she realizes that maybe this is where she's meant to be, with someone who can stay. They say that love isn't about appearance, gender, or permanence. It's about recognizing the same soul, no matter the face. Every day we all wake up as someone new, shaped by the choices we make and the people we love. And even though A and Rhiannon can't be together, the memory of their love stays with them both. A reminder that what truly matters is seeing the person beneath the surface.